Welcome back to the Back 9 course preview at Res Park. I'm Alex with Deep 9 Design. We're starting back off on hole 10. This is a par 3, 232 feet. You're looking at about 40 to 50 feet of elevation gain here at approximate. This makes it play a whole lot closer to 350. I'm throwing a Champ Thunderbird here, just trying to play it out over that fallen tree branch there. There's a bunch of tree limbs that protrude from that tree branch vertically, so you kind of got to play it over that. So you're going for a big straight up kind of stall hyzer there. You can see I put it pretty close and knocked down the putt and got back on track with a birdie. Hole 11 is a 256 foot par 3. This is back down that same hill. It's a little bit less severe now that you've moved over to the left here a little bit. You're basically playing a straight down the hill tunnel shot. I get this pilot turned over a little bit too much, and I'm going to be putting at it here from the right. I'm probably about 50, 55 feet off. I float this one right on over the basket. This is not too tough of a hole. I just made it look that way. A lot of people do get caught up in those earlier trees coming down this path. That and there are a bunch of roots on the ground, so if you're playing the skip and slide, they tend to get stopped up a little bit short. One thing you do need to be careful of, though, is going too far, because as that hill falls away from you, the disc will just keep going. Here you can see it from the basket looking back up the fairway. Hole 12 is, I believe, my highest over par scoring average hole on this course. It's only 236 feet, but it is a tight line to get to the basket. A lot of people are going to be going down the left side with a turnover putter type throw. The whole fairway is sloping left to right, with the most severe slope being at the basket. So getting to the green, once you get there, you're going to get a lot of rollaways. You can see the severity of the hill this basket is on. Fortunately, I kind of hyzer into that hill with my putt from about 45 feet here, and I don't go too far down, but you can easily go from a birdie to a bogey here with a rollaway on that putt. Here I am putting back at it. The tee pad is almost in a direct line between or behind the basket from me here.
Nice putt.
But here making your putt is critical, because those rollaways are brutal, and that's what causes those big numbers. Hole 13 is a pretty severely sloped away hole. It's sloping down and to the right from the tee pad here. You're probably losing about 30, 35 feet in elevation. Again, this is one where you don't want to go too far past it if you make it there with all the trees in the fairway. That's why I decided to go with an overhand here. They tend to hit and stick on that hill rather than either float too far over or roll down the hill, because that does lead to some big numbers here as well, with people putting and rolling, putting and rolling. Here I actually made it probably about 45 feet past the basket on my tee shot. That's infrequent with that overhand. I typically am aiming to land about 20 feet short. Hole 14 is what many people think of as the toughest scoring hole on the course. This is a 400-foot par 4. It's tough to know exactly how much elevation you're getting, because you don't get to see the basket until you're probably halfway up the fairway. But I'd probably say it's another 30-foot elevation shot. Off the tee, I'm going with a very overstable mid-range. It's a Buzz OS, something that I know I can throw out there straight, and it's just going to get left, because getting kicked right is going to be a bad time here. You see I'm not left with much off that tee shot after hitting one of those trees. I'm just playing a position forehand up here to probably about 175 feet. Still quite a bit of ways uphill. And then throwing another forehand shot to try and approach the basket. Left that one a little bit short Still probably about 35 feet out on this one. With that putt, but ultimately a bogey is not a terrible score here. It's something that can easily be birdied. You just got to get clean off the tee. Getting into the rough on that hole will kill you. Hole 15 is probably one of the most picturesque holes on this course. It's a shame that it's only 166 feet long. It's kind of over a little valley there, probably down 15-20 feet, back up 15-20 feet. There are a couple of little guard walls into that green. They shouldn't really come into play. Most people are just throwing a little putter hyzer. I'm throwing a Berghyzer there. This is looking back at the tee pad from the basket. Really a beautiful hole. Hole 16 is another uphill hole, probably playing 10 to 15 feet uphill. They've got it at 233 feet here. I think it probably plays closer to 250, 260. I'm throwing a rock 3 on hyzer. It's kind of a tunnel shot up there, but you want to finish left. That dog park OB on the left doesn't really come into play, and it's often a nice little stopping fence to keep you from skipping too far left once you get up to the green here. And looking back down that fairway, you can kind of see it's a little bit of a tunnel down there, and then right up to the green. Hole 17 it's a tricky shot. You have a double Mando off the tee. They're probably about 40 or so feet off, 40 to 50 feet off the tee, it feels like. You're looking to either throw a forehand that's hyzering before that white tree up in front of us here, that then flips up and kind of glides forward, or a backhand turnover or force over kind of flex line. I'm throwing that same Champ Thunderbird here again on an Anheuser, just trying to push it up that hill and let it glide to the green. Knock down a long one here. Feels good to get 17.
Yeah,
that is one of
I don't think
the
it's gonna
tougher
go
open
all that
par 3s on
far.
this course.
Yeah, it's more like trying it out, not trying to get.
Hole 18 is a pretty straightforward 271 foot hyzer shot for the backhand. Mando right of that first telephone pole now that some of those trees fell down. It used to be a little bit trickier shot when there were more trees in the fairway. You should be able to give yourself a pretty good look at the 2 here almost every time. If you can putt, that is, of course. Unfortunately, taking a 3 here, bringing us to -7 on the round. Pretty good round, but lots of scoring holes. I just want to say thank you to Ben, Mike, Brian, and all the Reservoir Dogs who have made this course possible. A lot of work has gone into it over the past year, and it's an absolutely beautiful course. Make sure if you're in the area to get out here and play it. And we hope to be bringing you some more course previews of other beautiful courses in the area. This has been Alex from Deep Nine Design. Thank you.